So now we're going to talk about a different kind of inequality. These are absolute value inequalities, and there are two different ones. You're going to have some that are less than and less than or equal to. Those are one type. And then you have some that are greater than or equal to. Those are a different type. Less than or equal to usually, now unless it solves differently, usually gives you an inequality that is between two numbers. Greater than or equal to gives you the disjointed ones, where you're going to have two pieces that are union together. So that's real important to remember when we have this less than sign for an inequality. Now, remember, inequalities have positive and negative possibilities because we don't know inside an absolute value whether the answer would be positive or negative because it's going to come out differently. So usually some people would on this side take this in the inequality and set it to a positive, and then take the inequality and set it to a negative, which means then the sign would change. But we'll do that for the greater than. Since this is a less than, we can set it up where it's between. Okay, so we have this absolute value that's going to be between a -1, same inequality. Then we write down what's inside the absolute values. The same inequality again. You notice there didn't change directions now, although they did in actuality, but it's written between the two values that are on the other side of the inequality. This is only true for less than or equal to. So when we solve something that's between like this, first thing we want to do is get x alone in the middle. So we're going to subtract 5, but now you've got two sides to subtract it from. So this would be a -6 less than or equal to -3x less than or equal to -4. Then we have to divide everything out by a -3. As with any inequality, whenever we divide by a negative, these change direction. That means both of them changes direction. At 3's will cancel in the middle and you'll be left with an x. The negatives will cancel. This will have a 4/3. Negatives will cancel. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now when you go to put this into the interval notation, which because this is an equal to, there'll be squared brackets. 4 divided by 3 is 1 1/3, which is less than 2. It is a smaller number. So you're going to make sure that the 4/3 is on the left side because that's the smaller number, and it goes up to the 2. When you draw this on a number line, you're going to be between those two numbers again, 4/3 and 2, and the answer for x means x is only true in this really small distance here. And that's how we're going to take care of those.